Hey guys, welcome to Season 3, Episode 7 of Bones. Here we go. No.
Our time capsule was buried in 1987. Anyhow.
Found it.
Found a grave.
Do you remember what you put in there?
No, bad
A body?
What the hell, Bill? I thought this thing was watertight.
It should have been, and it's Gil, not Bill.
Hey, a loss. Another lossy.
Wow. I mean, it's nothing like ours, but hey, it didn't stop me from being MVP my senior year. Got the trophy, touchdown.
Serve as a reminder, like your
This
trophy of the
field
power
does
and
not look
agility,
like the
which has
best.
been faded away.
I was just expecting to see my 10,000 Maniacs album.
That was not there. I sealed it myself. I used a propylene seal and industrial bolt lags.
Oh, look at this. Oh, the nerd for your squid squad.
Drill?
Drill. Whoa, wait a second. You mean you're gonna drill it right here?
That's disgusting. So who went missing during this time?
Pulling the names of anyone connected to the school in 1987 or better.
Oh,
What about the person who's
He has
missing?
flashbacks to braces and stirrup pants and a really, really bad side ponytail.
Certainly grew out of it. I wore Doc Martens that weighed more than I did.
Apparently Booth was fine. He was a football player.
Right. He was one of those guys. Well, this guy.
I played
certainly
football.
wasn't hanging out with the cheerleaders.
Then I got hurt, and then I didn't play football. Then I ran track. That's him?
How did Roger Dillon get from there
To in there. Huh.
You could call him Roger.
Oh, come on. When you can ladle someone, he's a little less than a person, don't you think? Fine. I took a sample of Roger, ran it through the mass spectrometer.
Nerve gas?
Very good. I'll break down the rest of the chemicals now.
The victim also had a perimortem fracture.
So I got beat up for his lunch money?
Violent students are the hallmark of schoolyard. I speak from experience.
He might have had some trouble at home.
Ooh.
He was Roger's best friend.
Gil Bates.
Yeah.
It's a Tech Town guy.
Yeah, they did everything together.
You in touch.
Someone knows something. They've been
I'm
hiding
different now.
20-something years. You never looked for him in 20 years? You just let him go?
Kid basically
Especially if you've-
it's all of this.
You know,
Be able to pull more chemical
gotten
traces
better
off
and you're
the
not
artifacts to ID
drinking anymore. Like, I mean, you didn't try to... I'm sorry.
Have a great summer. Don't ever change. Remember those days?
I remember getting grounded every weekend.
Oh, what are you? Term paper, launch codes.
We need to pull the data. Do you think you're...
Launch codes. Why would it be launch codes?
A can of new Coke.
Definitely an 80s plot to destabilize the country. It's Wallingham. Nice.
Computer disks and a pocket watch.
Roger's father had no trouble getting physical, so why would he resort to poisoning his son with a nerve agent?
What sort of teenager were you, Bones?
He did have
On top of that,
a series of odd jobs.
Whoever did this would have to know they were going to uncover the time capsule. Like, you think those things are just going to be, like, there forever and, like, nobody takes it out?
There was one boy. I was weighing the pros and cons when he became my Secret Santa.
I thought you hated Secret Santa.
Yes, because he taped the gift to my locker. Everyone saw it. Teenagers can be cruel.
What was it?
You promised not to laugh.
It's on your partner.
It was a brainy smurf. You said you wouldn't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
Brainy
Smurf, huh?
smurf.
But it was deliberate. He knew I wanted Smurfette. Okay, it's clear you find this amusing.
I'm not laughing.
Fucking hell.
You know, Angela was right. You were one of those guys.
What? One of what guys?
That was Roger in the time capsule?
Gil. His mother was dead. His father never saw it, so...
So, you're the only connection we have to the
It said,
Dun 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 dun.
he was my best friend. I always thought that I'd see him again.
If he was your best friend, wouldn't you know he has
I can't
problems?
believe I'll never see him.
Sketch. I feel like whoever did this was obviously there when they undid it. I feel like they have to be there. That would make the most
Roger
sense.
Dillon had a pocket watch full of cocaine?
So Miami Vice, I could roll up my sleeves.
A pocket watch
FBI
filled with
sent us
cocaine.
Looks like our young geek might have been killed over a drug deal.
How old is that guy now? 20 years later? About 50s, 60s?
Smart kid. Could have taught the class.
No, he's dead. We found him stuffed into the Foothills time capsule.
Okay, he doesn't look like he's 50s or 60s.
God. It says here in the yearbook that you were
Looks
the
like
faculty advisor to the Time Capsule Committee.
The only way he got high was sitting in front of his computer writing code.
All right, so help me out here, because in '87 you were arrested at the high school for dealing.
I wasn't dealing. I was just out of college. I had 2 joints on me.
And 4 ounces in your apartment.
I was 23.
Oh.
We all do crazy stuff when we're kids. John Adamson, an entitled ass even at 17. I caught him cheating, and the next thing I know, the cops are knocking on my classroom door. He just wanted to discredit me so he could retake the test.
Right, so you're the victim with 4 ounces of weed. Can you confirm your whereabouts on June
4
14th,
ounces?
1987?
Holy
If I'm such
shit.
Come on, Sweets. Just come on. You've done a lot of psychological profiling. The case is 20 years old. We just need some help.
That's not why we're here today, Agent Booth. This hour is for you and Dr. Brennan. You look angry, Dr. Brennan.
I told Agent Booth a private story about my childhood and he laughed.
What? No.
Childhood icons have great significance to us, Agent Booth. All right? I myself was very attached to Voltron. Cartoon.
Voltron.
You feel you opened yourself up to Agent Booth and he betrayed that trust.
Talking about a smart.
Perfect.
You were that guy, weren't you, Agent Booth? You were the golden boy who could get away with anything just by turning on the charm.
That's ridiculous. I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay, this is obviously very difficult for you, but you shouldn't be ashamed to ask for help.
You shouldn't.
Okay. Okay. Apologize. I do need help
This is great.
with this case. So, while you review this, I will reveal myself to Bones. I know that sounded weird, but you know what I mean.
So you will share an emotionally humiliating episode from your youth with me.
Yeah, I have them. Here.
All right, excellent. Now,
For the remainder
of our time, role play.
Now I know why I'm not allowed to bring my gun in here.
Tested the goop. Found traces of cocaine consistent with the leakage from the gold watch.
But when I checked the results against samples of his hair and bones, it came out negative. Roger didn't do drugs.
Naloxone.
Naloxone.
What?
Yeah, but there was barely enough to make a mouse cough.
So our theory about poisoning is
Make a mouse.
right, cutting through the sternocleidomastoid and severing both the carotid artery and jugular vein.
which means Roger must have bled out. Have you determined a weapon?
Judging by the microscopic crushing of the bone, the weapon was neither too sharp nor too blunt. It certainly wasn't an edged weapon.
So it wasn't a knife.
Correct. However, it left an odd textural stain in the crevice. I've taken a sample and will hand it over to Hodgins for testing.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, this is incredible.
This is like a primitive Doom.
You don't see anything wrong with that? Doom came out in 1993. All of this stuff, the 3D rendering, the first-person shooting, barely a glint in a geek's eye in 1987.
He could have been killed for
Roger was
this.
ahead of his time.
If this game had come out in 1987, Roger Dillon would have been a billionaire several times over.
Money is always a good motive for murder.
Mm-hmm. His best friend.
Did you fail to perform sexually?
What?
Because that might actually count as a humiliation.
Will you just allow me to tell my story? She would ask me a question.
What kind of question?
It doesn't matter, okay? So if I got the question wrong, I'd have to take off a piece of my clothing.
Okay, this is a story about sexual prowess, Booth. You're bragging.
I had to run across the campus butt naked.
You're laughing about it now. You enjoyed displaying your penis. It showed alpha male mastery.
Only one other person knew about Brainy Smurf.
It's cold, okay? It was cold. You know what happens to a guy when it is cold outside?
He was a perfectionist. He would never show me anything unless he thought it was perfect.
Yeah, well, maybe he was trying to make a deal with someone else.
No, no way. We were partners, okay? Best friends our whole lives. Roger would never sell me out like that.
Okay. I feel like this is gonna be some kind of like bullying or
We
something.
both worked.
Like other, but like, you know, like it's the guys that we've already seen.
A nice try.
Roger, he made extra
At the
money
beginning.
tutoring that cheerleader, Janelle, and Matt. And he got paid to take the SATs for some...
But this guy's
cokehead hockey
sketching me
player.
out. I don't know
The kid
why.
got into Harvard. John Adamson. It's a real nasty piece of work.
He got in by cheating, didn't deserve to be there.
Maybe Roger was blackmailing Adamson about the SAT scam.
So Adamson killed him?
How do you get into Harvard by cheating?
Adamson's was in the time capsule.
I mean, I get like you'd have to, but you still have to be somewhat smart to just get to the
sharply defined
next level.
He had a motive.
Unless you're just full blown are really good at cheating.
This kid said that this guy took the SAT for you. Got you into Harvard. SATs didn't get me into Harvard, Agent Booth. My slap shot did that.
So you don't deny that Roger Dillon took the test for you?
Total cooperation. We keep my sordid academic past in the past. I paid Roger $200 to take the test for me.
$200?
2 weeks later, he comes knocking at my door, saying if I don't cough up another $500, he'll rat me out. Roger tell you why he needed the money? No.
Never
Just
mind.
A guy like me wouldn't understand.
So he's...
I gave him all the cash I had. Maybe $90 and my watch.
The watch with the hidden compartment for cocaine?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, okay, so he was like trying to get more money. What was the
You're
money
a very
for?
slow reader, Dr. Sweets.
Emotionally immature, totally dependent upon external validation. Cheap and greedy, too. They're always cheap and greedy.
You got all this off TV?
The point is, at the age of 17, John Adamson gave Roger Dillon money and a watch. If he had killed Roger, he would have taken his watch back. Catching murderers. And that is so dope. All right, I'm running a profile right now to help. I love being in the field. You're in a secure lab. Dude, for 8 hours a day, I'm surrounded by neurotics, okay? To me, this is field work. No offense, Dr. Brennan. I'll finish the profile. Anywho, sprayed at 7:45 p.m. on Thursday, June 14th, 1987.
Oh. Why do they keep such detailed records?
Spraying aerial neurotoxins in an attempt to kill creatures that outlive atomic bombs tends to make bureaucrats consider possible lawsuits. The development was under construction. There were only a few finished homes.
Could the wind have blown the insecticide onto Roger?
No,
In
you
this
have to be
concentration,
there.
Roger had to have been waiting right through the middle of it. And girl,
What are you basing that on?
I was a boy. And I searched the 1987 real estate records. Guess who lived in one of the only finished houses? Janelle Brown, head cheerleader.
He was tutoring her in math.
Exactly.
Why would
The
he
people
wade
at the-
through a swamp
at the
to get
beginning.
to the house? There had to be roads.
I married the head
She was
cheerleader.
a cheerleader. It's the boy thing again. Maybe he was peeping through her window. Could have been a peeper.
Oh, God.
Dr. Hodgins, do boys change after high school?
Me on the outside. It's a yearbook.
Hall
It's
of
supposed to be
Fame?
Weird and humiliating.
Brought to you by Gruff and Grin.
So we're looking for two kids who put a yearbook and a body into the time capsule.
Ooh.
The coolest, hottest girl in high school. And I wanted to ask her for my junior prom. So what I did was I bribed the suck up in the morning announcement.
Suck up?
Yeah, the kids who did anything to please the teacher. So I'd get on a loudspeaker and I asked her to prom. On the loudspeaker.
Yeah, this is merely another story of victory and sexual conquest.
Look, Bones, they laughed at me. Okay, laughing has got to count for something.
There's no public humiliation in this story, Booth. You don't even know what public humiliation is.
Mind if we come in and ask you a few questions?
Of course, yeah. Come in.
Interesting.
Look at her. I wish I was
Her
Janelle
husband's
Brown
sus.
again. At least parts of me do.
See, I've seen her husband before in something else, like
lived at
one other
224
thing. I think I saw him in a
Green
movie.
Crescent.
It
Or
backed onto
two other
a
things.
swamp.
I don't know.
That's why
But
I
I'm not. I wasn't gonna follow
Oh,
that.
I know Roger Dillon.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
God.
He was my master.
Maybe I should have.
And, well, he loved The Cure.
For what? What did he have?
It's a band, Bones. It's did he tutor you at your place?
My place or the library, usually my place. I think he liked it there. You know, his own place wasn't very nice.
Do you remember seeing him on June 14th?
Nothing to worry about. Your parents were just friends of the victim.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, honey, why don't you go to Pete's?
He looks like the other guy.
You know, I think I actually did see Roger on the last day of school.
Why?
Like I said, he was my tutor.
Why would he come to your house on the last day of school?
Honestly, he brought me my graded final, but he'd have used any excuse. I didn't encourage him, but high school was so long ago.
Your husband killed him.
He's the same person.
You were banging your tutor.
Final, I never saw him again. So.
It's the type, sweetie. He's Mr. Second Best. Kind of like when you want Brad Pitt and you get Matthew McConaughey.
Pull up the photo of his son, Alex. Alex Stinson shows 3 classic examples of Mendelian inheritance.
He's nothing like his dad. Oh boy.
Would you please replace Terry Stinson with Roger Dillon?
Voila.
20 years ago, Terry Stinson finds out that Roger Dillon has sex with his girlfriend.
And he kills him.
Damn.
Can I answer that after the DNA test?
No, because then it would be too late.
I guess I just did.
So you didn't know?
Terry didn't know.
Alex was born on January 7th, 1988.
I don't believe this.
That means you were pregnant in the spring already. You just wanted me to believe that the baby was mine?
No. You know, let's face it, Terry, back then you were that guy.
What guy?
The guy did anything you wanted. You didn't need me. He wanted to marry me. He said he could get the money for us to go away together, but I told him I didn't want to.
I'm sorry. I had to borrow one of your pictures.
You stole that.
No, he had the money. He was never happy here. I figured that he just
God, Brennan.
took off by himself. I was
So
trying to
he-
tell you the truth, but I just
He didn't kill
figure
him?
out how to tell you that
Who
Alex
killed
wasn't
him?
yours.
Why can I never figure this out?
Physiologically, their judgment's impaired by an incomplete frontal lobe.
You're what? 22, right? How's your frontal lobe? Almost there.
Again, a hectoring tone.
All right, look, I'm sorry. Just keep going.
Right, there was no sexual assault, no theft. It's a logical interpretation of subjective analysis by a highly intelligent expert in his field, actually. The killer knew the exact date the time capsule would be opened. Someone self-destructive, working far below his potential.
So why didn't he just confess?
It's
Most
his
likely
best
he has in some
friend.
way, Agent Booth.
It's
But
his best friend.
I hope I'm right. I really want to tell my girlfriend I helped catch a murderer. It'd be a good night for me. Textural stain on the underside.
I think it's got to be his best friend.
Liquid petroleum. Flat metal.
An asphalt shovel.
Yeah.
Gil Bates worked paving driveways.
His best friend.
Roger was my best friend. Stop it! You don't know what you're talking about!
We don't know what.
He hit me, and I went and I picked up the shovel, and I just jabbed.
I did it.
It was an accident.
Kind of.
Jab. He knew that I didn't mean it. I love the guy. He has a kid.
You didn't mean it.
Yes. I hope I get the chance to.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stab you in the throat. No, wait. Sorry. I didn't mean it.
Junior. Call us a bunch of Philistines. You know what that means, right?
Yeah, Philistine is a smug, ignorant person who is antagonistic toward higher thought and intelligence.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up. I told Kenny, look, I'm not Philistine, I'm Catholic. I laughed.
I don't understand.
I could have stopped it. I I could have stepped in and helped the kid out. Instead, I didn't. Chose my side, and it was the wrong side. Fine, you know what? I'm perfect. My life was perfect.
It's a good story, okay? It's a bad one. I mean, it's both, I guess. I mean,
It's a good story. It's a bad story.
What is that?
Nothing.
Evolution is very impressive, and that is definitely not nothing.
This?
Did you bring that for me?
Smurfette was stupid, shallow Smurf who only had her looks. Look, you're better than Smurfette. You have your looks and a whole lot more.
Such a Philistine.
I tell you what, you can hold on to this and it will remind you how far I've come.
I forgive you for snorting, please.
Evolution is a long, long process. It takes hundreds of years.
Thousands.
Thousands.
Why do you have to always correct me?
With this freaking tension, man. The damn tension. Jeez. Just freaking do it already. It's driving me nuts. Great episode. What the hell was that? My house is talking to me. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I have nothing to say. It was a great episode. I got it-ish. I will consider it a win. See y'all next time.